not, I might expect to see mines here. And goodness me, this next game is already starting. I don't know if he took mines already. I can't remember, but never mind. It doesn't matter because we're in the game now and there's no questions to be asked, only answers to be received. And those answers are that Viper's going to take the Britons, DauT's going to take the Incas as we go into game 14, I think. I don't know. I'm lost. I can't count anymore because there's just so many games in this best of 21. Looks like we've got ourselves a Incan versus Briton war on Ghost Lake here. These guys taking not wasting any time. And no, yeah, Viper did take mines. So Britain's his choice for this map. Britain is actually a very common pick for Ghost Lake, a very popular choice for this map. You know, they're a great civ in general anyway. I mean, they're one of the best. They're up there. They're a tier 2. Probably 1v1 civ in the expansions, I would say. Maybe tier 1, it depends how you draw the lines in the sand. But they're a really popular civ on Ghost Lake because it is a map that's very open. It is a map that's going to favor a player that can use a lot of crossbow micro, and of course the Britons have the best crossbows in the game. Not to mention the fact that there's all these additional sheep laying around, which Viper will want to scout for and pick up. And that Briton sheep gather bonus is going to come into effect on all of those extra additional sheep. So we'll look forward to seeing how this turns out. And actually, it's pretty unfortunate for DauT because if you look at the placement of these extra sheep, they're all in the north of the map. They're all on Viper's side of the map. Look at DauT's Eagle Scout, though. He's coming forward looking for a laming opportunity. He's not going to find one. Both of Viper's boar are at the back of the map right here. And so DauT, he could try it, but it's unlikely that he'll succeed. He's going to hit a villager, though. And this villager doesn't have loom, so this could be an easy picking for DauT. At the very least, he's going to be harassing the woodline. And TC, arrow fire, bringing DauT's Eagle Scout down to 11 health. And I really thought he was going to avoid more damage than that. DauT there being cheeky and paying for it with a good chunk of health being taken from his Eagle Scout. But at this rate, we'll have a look at the map for Viper. It does look perfect, really, doesn't it? Okay, not perfect, but it looks pretty damn good. He's got a very nice sort of natural tree wall right here, blocking off the front of the map. This wood line extends around the back, and it does exclude his main gold, which could be a problem later on. But he could wall out like this with his houses and then secure this gold by walling out across this way and towards this tree line and the edge of the map, keeping this gold safe. Either way, his map's pretty closed in. It's not too bad. His gold situation could be a problem, and DauT might want to consider a tower rush in this game, since the Incas, as we know, do get 15% off or 15% stone reduction on all of their stone buildings, castles and towers. Now, DauT here, oh, does that affect wonders as well? Does that mean the Incan wonder is also 15% less on stone? Is it 850 stone? It might be. But either way, DauT taking his T-boar very quickly kind of is an indicator. Look, the second boar is in by the time this boar's at 100 food. That could be an indicator that he's looking for the tower rush already. Just because he wants the food as fast as he can get it so that he can get to the feudal age quicker. We'll see. He might go up in just a couple of vills here. 21 population, 20 villagers could be the call for DauT. But Viper will find those extra sheep up in the north. He's hit the jackpot there. 6 additional sheep. There's another 3 to be found for a total of 9. And obviously Britain's sheep gather bonus. You can already see how much more food Viper has as a result of that. Both players doing loom at the same time. DauT's going to go up after loom here. Viper's nearly already got 500 food. And he will have the 500 in the bank by the time loom completes. And yeah, he's going to be up in a good time here. 21 pop. And so far, not really tipping his cap to what he's going to do. He's not sent villagers out to gold yet. Oh, wait, no, he has. My bad. He's sending villagers up to this north side. And it looks like this will be his focus to take the main gold and perhaps wall it off towards this cliff with this tree line here. But it's probably going to be man-at-arms for Viper. He's probably going to send this villager that's building the barracks to take the gold in just a moment. And there's DauT going forward. So no doubt that DauT is planning to do some kind of aggression. His map's not too bad either, by the way. We didn't really look too much about DauT's map, but he's quite far from the ice in the center of the map. So It's not terrible. His berries are in the back. His gold a little bit exposed, but it's okay. It's doable. But he's coming forward to build a barracks here. It looks like we'll see men-at-arms from him as well, with 3 villagers on gold. 3 villagers is unusual. It's probably going to be men-at-arms. But this barracks is coming up quite late in comparison to Viper, who already has 3 militia out. And DauT here is going to scout that barracks up on the north side. Maybe we'll see some quick archers coming out as well then. With 3 villagers on gold, we could see an archery range coming up in just a moment. That could be the plan. But look at where Viper's stone piles are. They're both on the front of his base. A tower here could be lovely. He looks like he might tower the back of this wood line. Oh no, he's coming in on the right side as he grabs some stone. No, he doesn't grab any stone. He needs to grab some stone. I don't like this. I don't like this one bit. He's doing Eagle Scouts. He's doing... Oh, man. No, DauT, no. Not like this, DauT. Not like this. Eagle Scouts train so slowly. They're weak to men-at-arms. And Viper's going to spot the tower as well. The tower's going to be unprotected. He's just going to lose the tower here. And... Oh, no. Why would he go for Eagle Scouts? Why would he do that? Why would he not make... Just go for the standard men-at-arms play? It's a mystery to me. But he is going to come in here and pick off a lot of damage, a lot of health on these men-at-arms as the Eagle Scouts come out here. And he tries to keep Viper busy. He might be able to clean these men-at-arms up by hopping in and out of the tower. It's not too bad. But still, DauT, hop in. Okay, he's baiting them away. He's going to use the tower to attack. This villager, she's juking it with her life, but she will stay alive for now. And there's the archery range. Interesting decision to go into Eagle Scouts, really. But he did take down all of the men-at-arms, so he can actually do something with this now. He can start harassing the wood line, and we know there's a weak villager over here. He could go for this one. Alternatively, he could come and steal some sheep. And, yeah, Viper going to add some ranges of his own, even adding in some more men-at-arms now, knowing that, hey, these Eagle Scouts are actually pretty weak to the men-at-arms play. Range from DauT coming up first. Skirmisher is out. And DauT's going to switch straight into archers, I imagine. He's got a lot of gold. Unless he just keeps making Eagle Scouts. He might continue to make Eagle Scouts and do skirms at the same time. Currently stealing Viper's gold, stone from under his nose. And Viper hasn't been so inclined to build a defensive tower just yet. Let's see if DauT can do anything with this Eagle Scout on this archer. I don't think he can. Man, this is interesting play by DauT. This is very unusual. He will put down another tower here. And look at this. Viper hasn't even built a single farm yet. That's really nice for him. DauT's on 2 farms right now, but Viper's taking advantage of all these additional sheep which he found, and the food gather bonus, of course, from them. But so far, DauT's killed 3, lost 2. It's not looking as bad as I thought it might be at first. And he's doing this really interesting mix of skirmishers and Eagle Scouts. It's very unusual, but it might just work. I'm very curious to see how this develops, to be honest. It's a good combination. Now, I feel like archers and men-at-arms are probably better, but I don't know. I've not really seen this played out before, so I'm not sure what to expect. Viper's going to be pushed off his wood. This tower's going to be in range of any potential farms, but he has got the mill to build around and still taking the sheep, of course, as well. So things are still looking up for Viper, but DauT's just got this really unusual and interesting army comp. He does need to deal with the men-at-arms, really, and once the men-at-arms are dealt with, once they're down, he can easily take on Viper's army. Those Eagle Scouts are going to be good in there, actually. With 2 pierce armor, they only take 2 damage from archers. They only take, 1 damage from skirms, and they'll do really well against them as well. With the skirms from DauT backing it up, it's an interesting combo. It's a nice combo. He's still queuing them up as well. But I think he's too heavy on the gold, and he needs to recognize that. Alternatively, he needs to... he needs to send more villagers to wood, and he needs to get more farms down. But I think he probably should add a second range and add some archers as well here. Fight up in the north. He's dealt with the men-at-arms. Now he should clean up this army from Viper, actually. Using the skirms to focus on the archers. Using the Eagle Scouts to focus on the skirms of Viper. Interesting fight as Viper brings over some vills. And these Eagle Scouts, they're certainly no men-at-arms. But this is a good trade for DauT up here, I think. 12 kills to 5 losses. Not too bad at all. And he's still picking off the archers as well. So very nicely done, but DauT's army now getting very low on health. He hasn't killed any villagers, apart from the one that he killed earlier on. And that means that at the moment, 16 kills to 7 losses. DauT's army is very low on health. But he's still got more room for more towers. And I think DauT could do well to come and put a tower on this gold on the left side. Viper actually still has enough stone for a defensive tower. Maybe we'll see that coming up on the gold as well. But DauT looking good this game. Looking much better than the last one. That's for sure. So let's see how he does up in here on the north side. It's an interesting combo. Both players have got fletching. And those Eagle Scouts really just being a thorn in the side of Viper at the moment. Now, Viper has put the tower on his gold, as expected. But he's losing his army time and time again here. Now, fortunately for Viper, these skirms don't really pose a threat to his base, to his eco. His villagers, not really going to be feeling the pressure from the skirms. In fact, the villagers are feeling quite enthusiastic to fight these skirmishers with their little hand daggers. But, wow, look at that. Viper's actually grabbing wood way in the north of the map. Security by obscurity right there. Viper, interesting move. You don't see that thing very often. But there's that second archery range coming up from DauT. As expected, he is going to make...
Lesson 3 finally managed to catch the stream.
Thank you very much for the resub, Woolaloo. Much appreciated, man. 5 months. Lovely stuff. It's nearly our 6-month anniversary here, as Viper will be pushed off the wood here as well. And DauT is making that switch into archers. And that's exactly what we wanted to see from him. That switch into archers is going to be really important now, because Viper is adding a stable. Unfortunately for Viper, he doesn't have enough food. He just bought 100 food so he can make a scout cavalry. And he's also losing vills now on the right side. 3 vills behind. Viper's in trouble. DauT's looking really good. And DauT, yeah, he's in control. Let's just put it that way. He's building another tower over here. Unfortunately, he will lose those villagers. Gonna have to bail on that one. A little bit of a ballsy move, to be honest. But the tower from DauT doing some chip damage and allowing him to come in at the back to hit these villagers some more as well. Now, the scout's an interesting choice. Obviously, it's going to do great against these skirms. But DauT does have the Eagle Scouts here as well. But Viper's taking the fights carefully. The Eagle Scout's very low on health, and DauT's going to maybe lose a few more skirms out here on the north side, while he does continue to push in on the south, taking some arrow fire from the town center, and taking some damage from Viper's archers there. But Viper's in a bad spot. Like, it's very similar to the position we saw last game, but this time it's in reverse, as DauT basically uses the market to sell, buy resources, and get himself up to the Castle Age, where he can transition into crossbows. And it really is the exact same story as last game in reverse. Only this time around, Viper's eco looks a little better than DauT's on that hideout game. So this is a very nice situation for DauT, but Viper's certainly not out of it just yet. He will make these scouts, which is going to slow his castle time down considerably. He's making a couple of scouts, padded archer armor coming in, so he's sinking a lot of food. And he's also housed. He's been housed a lot this game, I've noticed. Not good sort of form for Viper, but he is ahead in military. I just wouldn't count on him it staying that way once DauT does get castle and gets that crossbow tech. Viper is a long way from castle at the moment. Well, he's actually not that far away. He does have a lot of farms. I don't know if he got wheelbarrow already, but if he hasn't got it, he should consider that as his next move. But with all the farms coming up, Castle Age is certainly in the back of his mind. But he is going to continue for the time being, pumping out 2 archers at a time. And looking now for a counter-attack on DauT's quite exposed base. DauT's forced to build a tower on his gold to protect that. And DauT knows that he's not got the best map, but it's okay. You know, he decided to go aggressive to keep Viper at home, keep him busy, and that was his sort of best form of defense. So it's quite a close one still. I wouldn't say that DauT's done any lasting damage. He's not certainly sort of put the nail in the coffin yet. Viper will now get wheelbarrow. A little late, I feel. But better late than never, as DauT hits the Castle Age and gets that tech immediately. Crossbow, bodkin arrow, and Viper's coming in with the counter attack. DauT going to try and quick wall off the left side. Probably would have been more effective to wall across here instead of this way, because now his villagers are exposed from the other side of the wall. But interestingly, DauT doesn't really have the map vision because he's not scouted his side of the map. He's scouted more across the other side. Obviously, he's trying to be more aggressive, and that shows in his scouting as well. Problem for DauT is that he doesn't really have a way in. That town center is a really nice choke point at the moment. And DauT there will lose a villager on the wall. Viper's going to try and bust his way through, as Viper is very undefended at home. But like I say, the towers are well positioned. The town center is at a nice choke point. The only way for DauT to do damage is if he comes around the back and hits this side, but it's walled off now, and there is a tower there as well. So DauT's damage not really coming through. Viper, meanwhile, buying himself time to get to the castle age, and he's going to click up in just a moment, using the market there, selling wood, buying food, waiting on his villagers to just get him the last 60 food he needs, and he'll be up as well. Obviously, Viper's got some rogue villagers up in the north that DauT could go and find, but it's incredibly unlikely that he would spot that. Hasn't got the vision through the fog to even notice that the trees are being cut, and there's no reason for him to suspect that Viper may be up there. But DauT, look at that, very quickly taking down that palisade gate. Viper maybe getting a false sense of security there, but that tower doing a lot of damage. DauT's got to be careful of that. He's taking big hits here, and he's actually doing no damage at all to Viper's army. Amazing micro from these archers. They all entered the matrix there. He lost like one archer. How did he manage that? I don't know. Just some neo magic. But yes, Viper at this point has got the larger military. He's behind by a few vills. And he'll be behind a few vills for a long time, actually, as well. Unless he gets the second town centre up quickly, which he can afford to do. But I imagine that now Viper hits will be in the castle age, the Britain advantage will start to shine through. You know, these Britain crossbows with the additional range, yeah, that's really going to help Viper's situation. At the moment, he's got fletching. When he gets Bodkin Arrow and Castle Age upgrade, he'll outrange DauT's crossbows and be able to pick better fights. DauT now getting Wheelbarrow even later than the Viper, though he doesn't have as many farms, or didn't have as many farms. And DauT just, like, look at that. Surrounding that gold, looking for, well, he probably wants to take a gold up on the north. I think DauT needs to be careful not to neglect his eco here. Where's he going with these villagers on the south? He's going to go build a lumber camp over here? What's the plan, DauT? Is he looking... Where are those villagers going? Interesting. We'll follow them later on. For now, he's making mangonels, actually. I didn't even notice that. But he's hammering away on Viper's town center. Viper's second TC will immediately come up at the back. DauT's going to spot it, so as well, he knows that that TC is coming up there. And he also knows he's got a very high chance of taking this TC down on the front. So Viper will add a second TC, but his first TC will be lost. Maybe. There is a knight coming over. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. DauT hasn't got an answer to this knight. He may be able to finish off the town center if he commits, but that knight is coming in at the perfect time. Britain knight's not great, but what is he doing with the crossbows? The crossbows are attacking the knight. He's going to lose one mangonel, two mangonels. Eagle Warrior's now upgraded. Can he keep his third mangonel alive? He can for now. But Viper's TC is also still standing. Wow, this game is getting crazy. Viper with a good trade there, but we'll end up losing quite a few units as well. DauT now going to go back to work on attacking the town center. And obviously Viper has +3 range on these crossbows, so looking pretty good. More knights coming over from Viper now. No bloodlines, no upgrades, so got to be careful. Going to lose the knight very quickly. But now Viper has an advantage here. His crossbows outrange the mangonels, and that is huge. As he also does +1 defense for his knight. At the moment, both players now have 52 villagers, so I spoke too soon. DauT's villagers in the south did end up going for the gold there. It's quite a safe gold position. Viper's not going to expect him to be down there. He's probably expecting him to be to the north. Not that Viper's really left his base much this game either. But yeah, I don't think that Viper's knights are going to be too effective here, to be honest. DauT's continuing to make Eagle Warriors, and he's continuing to make... Well, I would say he was continuing to make crossbows, but he's actually going to go to the Imperial Age, which is a very interesting choice. And I guess you got to ask the question, well, why not? In the Castle Age, Viper's going to be able to outmaneuver him. Viper's crossbows have more range. Viper will be able to take the better fights. He can deal with eagles well. He can take down the mangonels. He can take down the crossbows. But DauT going Imperial now, adding in more barracks. He's going for that classic sort of style of fast imp into elite Eagle Warriors. And with the Elite Eagles out, it's not going to matter about the Viper's range. It's not going to matter about Viper being able to take more better or well-positioned fights. Because DauT will just run in with the Eagles and clean it up. So, interesting development. I'm impressed that DauT managed to go imp so fast, but that's mostly because he stayed on one TC. He's also taking the time to grab some relics as well, which are actually very much in his favor this game. He's got 3 very close by. And adding in more barracks now as well. We'll see if Viper can hold out against this. He has got a lot of crossbows, and obviously Viper's not going to stop crossbow production if he can help it, although he has stopped it right now. He's making more mangonels as well, but yeah, obviously with crossbows coming out, with a good number of crossbows, he's probably going to be in a good position to one-shot the Eagles. DauT bringing the Eagles in. This is not the way to do it here. He needs to keep these Eagles alive, ready for the Imperial Age upgrade. DauT can afford the, or nearly can afford the Elite Eagle Warrior tech. No DauT, not like this. Oh no. Oh no. Those Eagles, they're in small numbers as it is. He doesn't want to throw them away for free here. And maybe he's looking to make a distraction up on this top side with his mangonels. Currently waiting on Elite Eagle Warrior. There it is. He bought the food to get it. Elite Eagles coming in. And DauT now looking for some damage on the hill here with his crossbows, forcing Viper to go idle. Viper's going to have to stay castle. There's no way to do it other than staying castle here. He's adding in another stable. Interesting decision because, as we know, Britain Knights kind of suck. But at a certain point, I don't know, I feel like maybe it's still better to keep on the crossbows. But we'll see how it develops there. As Elite Eagle Warrior is done and Viper's out of position with his mangonels. DauT's going to run in though. He's waiting on +4 defense, but he should be able to take a good fight versus Viper's crossbows here. Look at how quickly they go down. My goodness me, they're getting melted away. Viper coming over with the mangonels, but just look at how good those Eagle Warriors are. They are so strong. Viper's going to immediately lose his mangonels. He's going to lose his whole crossbow army. As Viper now switches into those knights, because at least knights have decent stats. Even with the crossbows backed into a corner like this, those Eagles were able to clean house. And DauT may just be on the victory path right now, hanging onto this hill with his mangonel, taking down the TC, and getting ready to raid. The problem for Viper here is that he just doesn't have any walls up. He doesn't have any defense to these Eagle Warriors raiding. He is, however, going to be able to defend with the mangonel. DauT taking a big hit right there. But the Eagles are maybe not going to be stopped right now. Viper calling GG right there. Nothing he can do to stop that. And DauT played a fantastic game. Very, very nicely done. High aggression in the early game. I enjoyed seeing the Eagle Warriors in the in the Feudal Age. It was an interesting addition. Eagle Warriors and skirms. You don't see that very often. And it worked out quite nicely. Towers to keep Viper busy. And then followed up with a fast Imperial on 1 TC. And that is how you do a 1 TC aggression, guys and gals. That is how you do it. DauT with the Elite Eagles able to clean up Viper's army. And of course, he only had the +4 defense. He didn't have a castle, so he couldn't actually afford to build a castle and get couriers as well. But that obviously would have been something for him later on. But a very good game from DauT. Viper will end up... I feel like actually Britain should have the advantage on this map, but DauT played very aggressively and prevented Viper from pulling ahead, which is what he needs to do as he draws up once again. 7-7 is the scoreline right now in this best of 21 series. 85 units killed for DauT in the end, 59 lost. Much more gold collected as expected, a little bit more food. And a good solid game from DauT right there. Very nicely done as we are preparing ourselves now for game 15, which is going to be an Arabia, a classic.